First of all, we're not gonna make this about Christian.
Well, it kind of is. This actually came to me. Carl's cousin went and invested money and has been trying to get her money back. Tell your man to send her $1,500 back.
Jennifer Williams and Evelyn Lozada were more than just reality TV stars, they were a whole mood. When they walked into a room, all eyes were on them. They had the confidence, the style, and that best friend energy that made Basketball Wives so much more than just drama. Sure, the show had its fair share of arguments and shade, but what really kept fans watching was their bond. They weren't just castmates, they were like sisters. That closeness felt unbreakable. But now, years later, we're watching it slowly fall apart, and it runs deeper than just petty comments or social media shade. Let's rewind a bit. Jennifer and Evelyn had been through a lot together.
Whatever you say.
And let me tell
Whatever
you something. You done talked about my daughter and you done brought my daughter, but you don't got kids. You don't got kids.
Yeah, I do.
You never carried a kid. Keep my daughter's name out your mouth. Because you won't be able to walk the streets of LA. You keep bringing my daughter up and who she's with.
When Basketball Wives Miami first started, they were thick as thieves, always laughing, going out together, standing up for one another. Evelyn was fiery and outspoken, while Jennifer was more calm and collected. They balanced each other perfectly. Fans loved seeing their dynamic because it felt real, not forced. But behind all the fun and friendship, cracks were already beginning to show. Fame can be exciting, but it also exposes everything. When the cameras are always around, even the best friendships can start to feel like competitions. Was Evelyn always the louder, more dominant one? Probably. Was Jennifer becoming stronger and more confident after her divorce?
I'm chewing on about 30 carats. Chomp chomp.
There were stories coming out about Christian being a scammer, but she got married to this fool. She's dumb as
Oh my.
Definitely. And sometimes, when someone you're used to outshining starts shining on their own, it can create tension, even if no one says it out loud. Fast forward to now, and the drama is back, but it's different. Jennifer is dating someone new, a man named Christian, and Evelyn doesn't like it. She's not just raising an eyebrow, she's digging deep, calling him controlling, questioning his past, and talking about it in interviews. At first, it seemed like concern. But now it's starting to look more personal. People are beginning to wonder, is Evelyn truly worried about Jennifer, or is she just uncomfortable with being out of the loop? They haven't been close in a long time, but this situation is oddly familiar. Years ago, when Evelyn was in a relationship with Chad Johnson, a relationship that was rocky and very public, Jennifer was the one who warned her. She told Evelyn she didn't think Chad was good for her. But Evelyn didn't take it well. She felt like Jennifer was overstepping, maybe even trying to ruin things for her. Sound familiar? It's like they've switched roles.
You know what you did. I was doing. You know what you did.
Say it.
I was hoping that Evelyn and Jennifer addressed their issues on this trip, but I was also hoping there was no yelling and.
Now Evelyn is playing the part Jennifer once did, pointing out red flags, speaking up, and getting pushback. And just like before, the concern feels more like control. But this time, Jennifer's not backing down. She's not the quiet sidekick anymore. Christian came into her life during a turning point after the pain of her past, when she was finally starting to feel whole again. Her business was doing well, her self-esteem had returned, and she was ready to write a new chapter that wasn't defined by heartbreak. But Christian didn't come without baggage. People started to whisper, asking who he really was and what his intentions were. Evelyn, being Evelyn, jumped right in with her opinions.
Yeah, so get the off me.
I know what it's like to see red and go for the juggler, but this is way too much.
You want like my daughter, don't I?
But instead of helping, her comments felt like an attack. It wasn't just what she said, it was how she said it. Like Jennifer couldn't think for herself. That stung. The friendship started to shift. Jennifer, known for keeping her composure, was suddenly dealing with something personal. Christian wasn't just another guy, she saw a real future with him. So when Evelyn started acting like a detective, it didn't feel like love. It felt invasive. And neither of them could admit they were hurt. Jennifer thought Evelyn had gone too far. Evelyn believed she was being a good friend. But neither wanted to be the first to say, "I'm sorry." Instead of a big fight, it turned into cold glances, quiet tension on set, and awkward moments where they avoided each other. Producers only added fuel to the fire, showing clips of Jennifer criticizing Chad years ago, and now Evelyn doing the same with Christian. It was like watching the past repeat itself, just with the roles reversed. But underneath all of that was something deeper, the struggle for control. Evelyn had always been the leader in their friendship. She set the tone, picked the battles, and Jennifer followed. Now, Jennifer was stepping into her own power. And Evelyn didn't quite know how to deal with that. There's another layer, to one that isn't shown on camera. What if Evelyn's not just worried about Christian? What if she's scared of being replaced? For years, she held a central place in Jennifer's life. Now, Christian is filling that spot. And if you've ever lost a close friend to a new relationship, you know how painful that can be. Jennifer isn't changing her mind. She's made her choice. Christian is in her life, and she's standing by him. Evelyn isn't backing down either. She keeps telling anyone who will listen that she's just looking out for her friend.
What's up, baby?
Hi. How you feeling?
I'm okay. Ready to go knock this out, get it over with.
Christian was sentenced to 15 days jail time, but the judge ultimately allowed Christian to travel to Paris for our wedding. But he had to serve 2 days prior. Now we're back from Paris, and Christian has to serve another 13 days.
But the truth is, no one really knows if she's being protective or just afraid of becoming irrelevant. And that's what hurts the most. Two women who used to be each other's biggest supporters can barely be in the same room. There's no explosive argument, just quiet, heavy distance. A kind of sadness that comes from years of little things adding up. Friendships don't always end with a bang. Sometimes they just fade. You stop texting. You stop explaining yourself. And after a while, you realize you're not close anymore. Jennifer and Evelyn are at that point. They're not fighting, but they're not friends either. Jennifer is protecting her peace. For once, she's putting herself first. She's tired of always being the second voice, the one in the background. Now, she's leading her own story. Meanwhile, Evelyn is struggling with what it means to no longer be center stage in Jennifer's life. Behind the scenes, their mutual friends are stuck in the middle. Some believe Evelyn just misses her friend but doesn't know how to say it. Others think Jennifer is done being in someone else's shadow. Maybe both are true. The cameras don't stop rolling. In fact, they love the drama. Every uncomfortable look, every stiff group scene, viewers see it all. And fans miss the old days, when Jennifer and Evelyn had each other's backs. They want to believe there's still hope for reconciliation. But this isn't just about friendship anymore. It's about pride, change, and the fear of being vulnerable on national television. Maybe, if the cameras were off and no one was watching, they could talk honestly. They might remember they've both been through a lot: heartbreak, public pressure, and loss. But pride is a hard thing to let go of. Jennifer is moving on. Evelyn is still speaking her truth. And somewhere deep down, they both feel the emptiness that comes when a true friendship falls apart. Whether they repair things or remain distant, one thing is clear: their bond was real. And that's what makes watching it fall apart so hard. It wasn't just about who was right or wrong. It was about two women who once chose each other. And now, they don't know how to find their way back. So where do Jennifer Williams and Evelyn Lozada go from here? Right now, it looks like the silence between them says more than words ever could. There's no yelling, no big scene, just distance. And sometimes, that's how real friendships end. Not with a fight, but with a quiet fade. What we're witnessing isn't just drama for TV. It's the painful unraveling of a bond that once seemed unbreakable. Two women who once had each other's backs, now barely speak. Jennifer has found her voice, and she's not afraid to use it. She's protecting her peace, her relationship, and her growth. After years of playing the background role in Evelyn's louder, more dominant world, she's finally choosing herself. And that's powerful. But it's also sad because choosing yourself sometimes means leaving people behind, even the ones you once loved like family. On the other hand, Evelyn may be struggling with change. She's used to being the one in control, the leader, the protector. And while she might say she's just looking out for Jennifer, it's hard not to wonder if there's more to it. Maybe she's hurting too. Maybe she misses her friend and doesn't know how to say it. Or maybe she just can't accept that she's no longer the center of Jennifer's world. What makes this story so real and so heartbreaking is that so many of us can relate. We've all had that one friend we thought would be in our lives forever. And when that relationship changes, or ends, it leaves a hole. It leaves questions, regrets, and most of all, silence. Fans are watching closely. Many are hoping that Jennifer and Evelyn can somehow find their way back to each other. But even if they don't, there's something to learn here. Growth comes with loss. Healing sometimes means walking away. And being a good friend isn't always about being loud or protective, it's about knowing when to listen, when to speak, and when to let go. At the end of the day, this isn't just a story about a fallout between two reality stars. And that matters. Thanks for watching. If you've ever gone through something similar with a close friend, drop a comment below. Let's talk about it. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more deep dives into stories that hit close to home. Until next time, take care of your peace and your people.